Houston Texans take to the road after a week off, taking their top-rated defense and improving offense to the Northwest for a key showdown with Seattle. The Seahawks, clipped wings and all, still checking out of Duval last week with their fourth win of the year.
An impressive drive by the Seahawks. Seahawks in control.
Man, the city of Seattle is on tilt right now. Mariners plus a 4-2 Hawks squad. Who needs a healthy defense when you have Sammy D in the JSN network? Sam Darnold goes into Jacksonville, hangs close to 3 bills on the Jags' top-rated secondary, almost 11 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns, no picks, a rate over 120. 110-plus rate game in 4 straight now, 240-plus yards in 4 of his last 5, 8.9-plus per attempt in 5 straight. Bob Belcher's even impressed with how this dude is cooking it all up.
And floating one down the middle. Has it! Touchdown Seahawks!
To slow him down, have to slow Jackson Smith-Njigba, 162 yards and a TD versus the Jags, so now 4 100-yard games, TDs in 3 of his last 4.
There's Smith-Njigba, he is so good right now.
Darnold isn't shy about leaning into him. 13 targets last week, no one else had 4. So get the popcorn out and sit back and enjoy the heavyweight battle, because he's going to see a lot of Derek Stingley this week, holding his targets, which are usually WR1s, to a sub-70 rate. Texans secondary holding quarterbacks to a 70 rate, numero uno there, only 6.3 yards per attempt, just 175 yards per game allowed.
Yeah, that ball's up in the air and taken away. Jalen Petrie has done it again.
Corner Jalen Petrie, also a sub-70 rate dude. Seattle's O versus Houston's D is beef squatch material. Hawks get to see what the number 1 defense in the land is all about. Just 12 points per game allowed, top 5 in yards per game allowed as well, and not easy to extend drives against.
Tipped at the line, incomplete, and it's a turnover on downs.
Hawks offense as a whole has lots of cleanup work to do though. 1 for 12 on 3rd down, 20 points doesn't usually take care of the job, just 1 for 3 in the red zone, but Darnold only took 1 sack, 27 pass attempts. Seattle's tackles have to hold off the Hart Foundation this week. Not sure if Will Anderson or Danielle Hunter is the hitman and which is the anvil, but they have 7 of Houston's 12 sacks.
In trouble and down he goes, sacked by Danielle Hunter, and it's 4th down.
Smith-Njigba isn't the only pass catcher of concern, of course. Cooper Kupp chipped in 40 yards last week and scored.
And that's Cooper Kupp just getting it done like he's done so many times.
And A.J. Barner, emerging as one of the top tight ends going, went for a 61-yarder as part of a 71-yard day, has left a mark in one way or another in 4 of their last 5.
And wide open, A.J. Barner inside the 15-yard line.
Rush attack does come in a little cold. Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet less than 35 yards each, under 3.5 yards per carry each. And hokey smokes, Texans are no easier to run on either, holding running backs to 3.8 a carry. Just no holes with this group.
Henry could not get any kind of momentum, and he has swung down.
Flip the coin now. C.J. Stroud's season, a tale of first 3, last 2. Put up 125 and 143 rate games before hitting their bye. 6 touchdowns, no picks in those last 2 games, 230-plus yards in each.
Team that has been struggling potentially unlocked it early in this game.
Also has a clear-cut WR1, Nico Collins, only pass catcher with more than 38 yards per game at 62 per. Painted it red, white, and blue 3 of their last 4.
Throws it, caught for the touchdown, Nico Collins.
Who covers him depends on who's healthy. Seattle's secondary went without Spoon, Reek Woolen, and Julian Love again last week, gave up 90 yards and a TD to Brian Thomas, gave up over 250 yards and 2 touchdowns to Trevor Lawrence, no picks.
It had to be a little bit of a mix-up in that Seattle secondary, a 21-yard touchdown toss.
But if you can hold your opponent to 12 points, who cares? 4 for 16 on 3rd down, didn't allow the Jags inside the 20 once. Other than the shootout with Tampa Bay, they've held everyone else under 21.
Across the middle, ball's out on the hands, but a tough hit knocked it loose.
Texans offense overall took the first 3 weeks off, but have revved it up the last 2 times we saw them. Season stats don't look good, being they didn't eclipse 20 points weeks 1 through 3, but 26 and 44 weeks 3 and 4.
Stroud, end zone, touchdown! It is all Houston.
Stroud's protection has been better than last year, still not great at every turn, but facing an average amount of pressure. 12 sacks taken over his 5 games. Rookie left tackle Ariante Ursary has been blamed for 3.5 sacks.
Stroud goes down!
This is just a bust in protection.
And that brings us to the fuel behind Seattle's Week 6 defensive showing. Got DeMarcus Lawrence back, who helped the Hawks pass rush go off. Blew up Lawrence 7 times for 44 yards and losses. Lawrence 2 bags, 5 QB hits. That's monster for a single game. Uchenna and Nwosu 1.5 sacks, 4 hits. Byron Murphy 2 takedowns, 4 hits. 17 QB hits in one game is rare.
Lawrence is going to be sacked again. DeMarcus Lawrence.
As to Houston's non-Nico pass catchers, Christian Kirk missed the first 2 games, 36 yards per game in the 3 he's played. Xavier Hutchinson, Jaden Higgins, just over 100 yards apiece for the year. Tight end Dalton Schultz has seen the second most targets, chipping in with 37 yards per game. When they run, Nick Chubb seems to be inching closer to his old self, 4.3 per attempt. Hasn't been given more than 13 cracks in a game yet, but hit their week off his best showing. 5.5 yards per carry, a touchdown, 61 yards.
27-yard rip for Nick Chubb. Incredible vision.
Seattle's front held Travis Etienne to 27 yards, a measly 2.3 a run.
Quick toss to Etienne, well read by the Seahawks.
Would an AI voiceover program think to mix Rocky the Flying Squirrel and WWF wrestling? I think not. Just pointing it out for all the newcomers to Game Preview land. Don't go blaming artificial intelligence for my lack of it.
Got him! I see you, baby! Outstanding job! Outstanding!
No 2 teams have played fewer games against each other than the Texans and Seahawks. Seattle, victors in 4 of the 5, have taken the last 3. You remember that one from 2017? Let's hope they put on a show like that again.
With the 12s in full throat, the offense kept it at full throttle.
Now he's going to throw deep. Paul Richardson out there. Paul Richardson reaches up, makes the catch. Richardson goes up and makes a magnificent reception. The clock keeps moving, 1:15 and counting. Here comes the rush. Russell stands, looks, fires. Ball is caught inside the 20. It's caught by Tyler Lockett. He races back to the middle of the field, hands it to the official. Clock is ticking, 33-32. Russell gets the offense to the line. He takes the snap. He's going to throw. Jimmy Graham! Touchdown! Seahawks! Are you kidding me? What a drive! An 18-yard play, and the 12s are going nuts! And the Seahawks are going to win. What a game! What a game by these Seahawks!